The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios.
Hi, this is Mia Mosinzia, also known as Mia No Time for Love. Check out my latest book, Missing, available in print and ebook formats on Amazon.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios and sponsored by international award-winning author Mia Mosinzia of Missing. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on over 40 podcast platforms, as well as hamiltonradio.net, Diamonds FM, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. We can be heard in over 100 countries, featuring over 1,000 well-known and amazing guests throughout the globe. And named one of the top 100 global podcasts in the New York Weekly Times, Hollywood Entertainment News, Los Angeles Weekly Times, Apple, and Chartable. So sit back and relax and enjoy another great episode of the award-winning Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios and brought to you by official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mia Mosinzia Missing, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. We're here with a terrific gentleman from the New Jersey area who's an author, Eagle Scout, and U.S. Marine Corps veteran. He's also a lover of music, art, Greek mythology, and also loves to take nature walks, enjoys traveling, exploring the world, and he's also became an author as well, who was diagnosed with schizophrenia in 21, and his new book is basically sharing his unique masterpiece through poetry and landscape, which is capturing the daily trials of living with schizophrenia and also sheds light on mental illness, offers hope to anyone suffering from mental disorder, depression, anxiety, or extreme stress, and just a lot of short stories in there, and it's called Goneinabit. We'll be talking about that live, ladies and gentlemen, at Plus Studios somewhere in beautiful New Jersey. The amazing author, Eagle Scout, U.S. Marine Corps veteran, and also the book Goneinabit. Ladies and gentlemen, the multi-talented Tyvonne Conrad. Tyvonne, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Good evening.
Which great to have you on board as well, too. So we encourage you to talk and everything else because basically you're on the show and everything. It's not about me, it's about you. So we'll like to hear more. So you're an author, Eagle Scout, U.S. Marine Corps veteran. You're a lover of music, art, Greek mythology, and you love taking nature walks. You enjoy traveling, exploring the world, and you're diagnosed with schizophrenia in 21. You also began your new book, The Goneinabit, which is sharing your life masterpiece and basically through poetry, and also capturing the daily trials of living with schizophrenia, and sheds light on a number of things like mental illness, extreme stress, and offers hope to anyone who's going through it and looking to be inspiration. And before getting all that, Tyvonne, tell us how you first got started.
Got started with my book?
Just started with you overall. So hop in a time machine and go way back, way back.
Like, as you know, I am an Eagle Scout. I was always into adventure and the outdoors and just learning new things. I did my Eagle Scout project, which was I built 2 picnic tables and remulched the park for beautification.
Nice.
And I always loved to help people. I always wanted people to, I always wanted people to, be happy in life. And just be satisfied all around. So I always wanted to help people. And when I was diagnosed with schizophrenia in 2021, it opened my eyes to mental health. And I think everybody suffers from some sort of mental health problem. It could anything from anxiety to depression to just being upset about something. And I wanted to connect with people, and that's when I started writing poetry. I won my first poetry contest in elementary school.
Oh, nice.
And, it was really cool because they hung it up in the office.
Oh my goodness, that had been, I don't think my poetry ever could put on my bedroom wall, but having up on the wall in the school, that is amazing. That's a high hunter right there.
Yeah. And so I wanted to take my gift, which is, art and writing poetry, and use it to help people out. and so that they may read it and relate to it, and maybe open up a door, in somebody's darkness, in their darkest time, in their darkest hour, and help them realize that, it's okay to have a mental health problem, anxiety or depression, or a manic disorder. And that's when I put all these poems together. At first it started out, I was writing songs, and those songs turned into poetry. I saw, I compared the two and realized that I was better at writing poetry than writing songs. But um Gone in a Bit is about a schizophrenic's view of daily life, going through the struggles, trials, and tribulations of living with a mental health disorder. I put Gone in a Bit together with real world topics, religious references, and quotes from infamous people to create an interesting intellectual read for readers of any generation. And that's my target with my poetry book, is people that, go through everyday struggles and have a hard time dealing with them. Um, and I hope it becomes a beacon of hope to, people around the world.
That's interesting. And who are some of your favorite poets and authors growing up, especially writing?
Oh, what's that again?
As who are some of your favorite poets, authors, and writers growing up?
I liked Rumpelstiltskin, and I loved, as a kid, I loved reading the Aesop fable. Did you ever hear that?
Yes, I have. I've read that to my kids, and I also was going to put it to an audiobook project, and Aesop's Fables, and those are really good stuff.
Yeah, I think the Tortoise and the Hare is in there.
Yes, that's one of my favorites. And of course, obviously the lesson is learned. It's like, the hare gets off the fast start, gets cocky, lays back, turtle just, walks on by, and you realize, that hare lost the race. It's like the slower you go, the better your journey is.
Absolutely. Um, and I obviously Dr. Seuss.
Oh, my favorites. Yes, my kid's favorite. What was your favorite Dr. Seuss book?
Green Eggs and Ham.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you must be like Sam I am. And do you like green eggs and ham? Come on, admit it. Oh my gosh, yeah, I think I'm ready to have some as well too. So we have all that, and of course, more with Tyvonne Conrad, Gone in a Bit, and his journey, Eagle Scout, getting the U.S. Marine Corps, and everything else, and more about the book with Tyvonne Conrad. But first, listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by SonicWeb Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give an official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is illusion and those who love be the first go missing. It's available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has gotten great reviews. In Evil Evan enjoys by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forge Riley, and Amadeus. So grab your copy today before it goes missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com and our 40 podcast platforms. Heard in 100 countries, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also, Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, Apple Music. Also on Podbean, Pandora, Odyssey, and Apple. Also, iHeart as well, too. And also follow us on BitChute, Rumble, LinkedIn. Make sure you subscribe. Also on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and more. Take us with you on any mobile device. And for great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com. Check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. T-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags, hoodies. Makes great gifts 24/7. Go to Amazon.com. Check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas, go to amazon.com/MeandMelsonzia for great books like Missing, Once, and Wrinkles. Also t-shirts, pop sockets, hoodies, phone cases, and more. Amazon.com/MeandMelsonzia. Check it out today and support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. We're here with the amazing author, Eagle Scout, and U.S. Marine Corps veteran, Tyvonne Conrad, here on the Mike Wagner Show with Goneinabit. And before we continue the book as well, and you've been an Eagle Scout for quite some time, maybe a bit more about the Eagle Project. How did you first get involved being an Eagle Scout?
I joined when I was 13, and my stepdad, he was the scoutmaster, my scoutmaster, and he was talking to me about it. I was a little bit skeptical at first, and then I decided to join, and I made my way up the ranks to my Eagle Scout award.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, and also the fact that you all got these projects, and maybe a bit more about the project. You built a couple of picnic tables. You help beautify the nature area. And what are some of the things you also done with the Eagle Scout project?
My that was the big goal. My Eagle Scout project that was the main goal. The picnic tables, the remulching the park. That was basically the project. In itself. I didn't really do anything else around it. But I was able to gather the money to do I had to gather up my own money to do the project. I had to sponsor myself. Um, and that was basically the gist of the project. It was to do something the idea was to do something that has foundation, and it was and something that was a stable project to prove to the BSA, Boy Scouts of America, that I was eligible in doing the project and doing so, and that everything that started at tenderfoot, that's the first rank in the Boy Scouts of America, to Eagle Scout, to prove that everything I learned up till then, everything I learned from tenderfoot to Eagle Scout, that I was able to construct everything, put it together, and create such a project.
Oh, that is so wonderful. I got to say that. What the head out there, and check out picnic tables. You also been to your U.S. Marine Corps as well, too. And tell us more about that.
I joined the U.S. Marine Corps because I wanted adventure. I wanted something. I wanted to compete. I wanted something tough. I was gonna look into joining the Navy, but I changed my mind around. I was infantry in the Marine Corps, 0311. That was my MOS. I went to Jordan, Greece, Portugal. I went to let's see, Africa.
Nice.
And what we did was humanitarian aid missions, which is going around training other countries, like the French Foreign Legion, some of our tactics, how to fight, how to maneuver. And we also went to when we went to places like Greece and Portugal, it was basically it was to share a lifestyle, with other countries, and basically, being friends, being allies. And that's what we did when we went to Portugal, places like Portugal and Greece. But Africa was more of a training mission, to train the French Foreign Legion. Also with Jordan, we trained the Jordanians, and we did a training mission for their prince. And we also, I think that was it. I think that's all the countries I was in.
Mm-hmm.
But it was rewarding. It was very rewarding to go there.
Mm-hmm. And certainly does. What was your favorite country? What was your favorite mission like at your part?
My favorite country was Portugal. It was very Assassin's Creed, stone pathways, stone buildings. It was very beautiful.
Oh, nice. Okay. And of course, you always go on nature walks as well, too. You love music, art, and I guess that's where Greek mythology kicks in too. So,
Absolutely, I love Greek mythology. Achilles, the Odyssey. I love all Greek mythology stories. I haven't read in a while, but I recently bought some books on Barnes and Noble at Barnes and Noble, and I have them stacked up on my desk. I love art. I love music. I love writing poetry. Uh, and um, I think, yeah, Greek, or art, music, um, poetry. Yeah, that's basically it for me.
hmm what kind of art that you really like as well? Was it painting, sculptures,
I,
or
I love I love painting. I don't do it a lot, but painting, it's a very therapeutic technique for me to deal with to deal with my depression, to deal with my anxiety. Um, Schizophrenia, to have schizophrenia for me, and I can only talk for myself because everybody's schizophrenia is different.
right?
I get bad acid reflux, I get depressed, I get anxiety, I get social anxiety. I always want to be alone. I always want to just be on my own. Um, but yeah, art and painting really helps me express myself so that I can look at that picture after I painted it and compare it to myself and, just 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 think to myself how I can better myself, how I can um, make myself uh calmer and be able to cope with life.
hmm and also too that you were diagnosed with schizophrenia in 2021. And how did you first notice that you may have had it? Well, like the first signs.
The first signs,
Well, the first signs for you, it's just like everybody's signs are different, but for you though.
I felt like I didn't matter in the world. I felt hopeless. I felt like people didn't like me. I felt cut off from the world. I felt disassociated from the world. Schizophrenia, when schizophrenia gives me disassociative thinking, like I feel like I'm in my own world and I feel like I'm cut off from reality.
hmm
And and that's why painting helps me because it's something that I'm doing. It's something real. Writing poetry is something real. I can look at it and connect back to the world in my own language.
hmm and also, I was just thinking about with schizophrenia, there's a variety of mental illnesses. You had this mental disorder, depression, anxiety, extreme stress, and how about PTSD? Is that included in the book as well?
I mean, it can. It depends on the person, but I've seen people with PTSD that have schizophrenia, and it's very sad. Um, I the first My first year when I started um going through the signs and symptoms of schizophrenia, they started me on medications. I've been on over 15 to 20 medications
Wow.
that that didn't work. It wasn't until 2021 when I finally got on the right medication. I take Zyprexa now, and it really helps me. It helps me focus. It helps me stay on task,
Okay.
and it keeps me in order.
hmm and also in the book as well, too, like, maybe highlight some of the chapters, some of the stories and everything. And you did a little bit at paintings as well, too. Do you happen to have some artwork in the book as well, too, or anything you want to share?
Um, I just I just have a blue apple. I have a blue apple to represent um peace, hope, and love.
Oh, okay. What's with the blue apple?
It's just a symbol of um it's just a symbol of peace, hope, and love. Uh I didn't I didn't plan on putting the blue apple in the book, but after careful consideration, I decided to. And I also dedicated my book to Gabrielle Venora Petito. She was murdered in 2020, 2022, 2023.
Oh,
I think.
I think I heard the name that rings a bell, and I think that was in the news. And what was she murdered again for?
She they went on a road. She was a TikTok. She was one of those TikTokers. Love to you love to send out inspirational videos, and she it just I don't know the whole story, but I know she was murdered by her boyfriend, Brian Laundrie, and it really hit home for me because all the videos that they showed of her in stress and anxiety and in pain and crying, and it really touched me. So I decided to find some sort of symbol that represented something that would stand out. And apples aren't blue, but I wanted to dedicate the apple to her, and have it represent, peace, hope, and love.
And how about a couple more stories in there you'd like to share as well?
Um, there's a lot of there's a lot of stories I have in the book. I think one of them is when I was in the Marine Corps and I was a lifeguard, and I did lifeguarding in the Marine Corps. It was a separate job from my actual duty, and I remember standing on the beach and there was a thunderstorm
Mm.
and lightning, and something struck me that day that I was to do something important. Um, and my journey started there in that storm and all the lightning and all the crazy stuff that was happening around me, and that stuck to me to this day. Um, Hence my project Gone in a Bit.
Have you talked about being scared in thunderstorms, some things that basically associate with thunderstorms. Did that happen to you much earlier than that, or was some of the earlier things that happened to you early in life, which sudden just I think I'm trying to get at. It's like, like thunderstorms, did something happen to you in your childhood which caused that?
Um, I don't, I mean, I always felt like I was destined to do something great. When I was a child, I walked out into the snow. I'm adopted, and I was with my foster family, and they let me go outside and play in the snow, and I got scared and I didn't want to move and I was frightened, and it was the crunching of the leaves underneath the snow that stopped me in my tracks,
Oh,
and and that's something I
lesson to all
repeated.
parents: rake up the leaves before the winter time. Rake up your leaves, guys.
Something that stuck with me, and it wasn't the crunching of the leaves underneath. It was like the euphoria afterwards, and it stuck with me that that meant something, and that something is keeps driving me to, go to the next step, do the next biggest thing. And this book is also a continuation of my Eagle Scout project, for beautification and to spread peace, hope, and love to people suffering from, mental health illnesses.
hmm and how about some other illnesses that you want to highlight? Besides the disorder, depression, anxiety, extreme stress, we cover a bit of PTSD. What are some of the others that you cover in the book?
Um, I stay away from that part of the illness. I don't want to bring that out to be, I don't want I didn't want to bring that out to be a thing in the book. I wanted to be more um kind of like adventurous. And I talk about, um I wrote the poem like I was painting the picture, like I
hmm
was painting the picture to live inside the picture. And I started out as, I'm painting a street to walk across to the coffee shop, and in the window I find a weeble,
Oh
and
my goodness, I remember those things.
it goes, and I go deeper into the poem. I can't remember the rest of it, but I went deeper into the poem as to me walking around and, putting up my umbrella because it's raining outside, and things of that nature that I put in the book. Nothing really about the actual illness. I want to stray people away from the actual illness and find an adventure in poems like, as I just said, like that, find adventure and trail off from their illness and take another path into into almost to get away, take another path into another journey, and within that journey to find themselves in their darkness, find themselves in the shadow, and bring them to light. Because if you find inspiration, that you're finding yourself, and once you find yourself, you can grasp onto that and become something else. And that's basically the way I wrote the book and the reason I wrote the book, so people could find inspiration and find yourself. Because if you find inspiration, you find something that's interesting, and if you find something that's interesting, you're finding yourself, because that's your true intent. That's the true you. If you're finding something that you love in that very split second, that's you finding yourself. So
that is rather interesting. I like that. And what else you want readers to get from the book?
I just want them to take away anything from the book, whether it's, a picture that they like in the book, whether it's a quote, whether it's, a favorite line. I just want them to take that away and say, it's okay to have, mental health problems. It's okay to be stressed. It's okay to have anxiety. It's okay to have depression. But, within that, you can find, inspiration in that and rise from the ashes.
I like that. Reminds me of the phoenix. I hear it all the time. Rising from the ashes, like the phoenix.
Absolutely.
There you go. That's a good thing. And where can we find your book? And what's your website?
Amazon.com and Barnes and Noble, and my website, vinehouse.online.
Vinehouse Online. All right. So maybe you can bring that up for our listeners and viewers. Gone in a Bit. Okay. All right. We'll certainly check that out with the amazing Tyvonne Conrad of Gone in a Bit. And what's coming up for Tyvonne? We'll find out just 1 minute. You listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios, and brought to you by official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson Missing. We'll be back with the amazing author of the book, Gone in a Bit, Tyvonne Conrad, after this time.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People, based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. It talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamoshenzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Hey, this is Ray Powers, and boy, are you in luck. Right place, right time. Tuned in to The Mike Wagner Show. You heard me.
We're back with the author of Gone in a Bit, Tyvonne Conrad, here on The Mike Wagner Show. I mean, a really good inspiration, and, the book and everything else and people getting out of it. What else can we expect from you in 2024 and beyond, Tyvonne?
Right now I'm working on my next project, The Paint That Covers Me. That's my next book that I'm working on. I'm going to be working on it with another guy. He's a good guy. He's a great poet. We're going to be putting our ideas together and creating the book, The Paint That Covers Me. This book, as you notice, has blue paint. The next cover is going to be red paint, black and blue paint, black and red paint. And it's going to be more in depth as to, it's going to be more in depth in my book, Gone in a Bit, about, deeper emotion, deeper feelings, deeper roots, and things that go bump in the night.
I like that one, and we're certainly looking for it, Tyvonne. And who do you consider your biggest influence in your career?
My biggest influence is my ex. Her name's Tasia Snook, and she's one of my big influences. She loves to write poetry, and our short time together was amazing, and she showed me who I was. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be sitting here today. And I think I think that shows a lot.
And certainly does. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Find that inspiration. Find inspiration in something. In doing that, you're finding yourself. Grasp onto it, and run and hold on to it as if it was your own baby or something important. And keep your head up and always look for the light.
And that's a very good point for those out there who are going through. Yes, indeed. That's right. So certainly did as well. And yeah. And you were going to say something else?
Oh, yes. You can always find a light in the darkness. There's always something in the way of the darkness, kind of like a lighthouse tower.
Or like a beacon.
Absolutely.
There you go. I really like that. Looking forward to what you got in your next book. We're here with Tyvonne Conrad of goneinabit here on the Mike Wagner Show. Oh, one more thing. What's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
The best advice I can give to anybody at this point is to follow your dreams, hold on to your dreams. Don't take them for granted, and always keep your head up and always look straight forward, because turning around and going back in your past is not healthy.
That is certainly a good point as well. We're the author of Tyvonne Conrad of goneinabit here on the Mike Wagner Show. Tyvonne, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. We'd love to have you back. And once again, what's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase or check out your book?
Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, and Vinehouse.online.
Okay, you want to show us the book again for our viewers there?
Absolutely.
Okay, and where can they find it again?
Barnes & Noble, Amazon.com, and my website, Vinehouse.online.
All right, well, certainly check those out. Once again, Tyvonne, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. We love having you back. We wish you all the best. And Tyvonne, you definitely have a great future ahead of you.
Thank you so much.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. You know, it talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamotionsea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to The Mike Wagner Show. Brought to you by international award-winning author Mia Mohsen Zia of Missing. And powered by Sonic Web Studios. Be sure to join us again on over 40 podcast platforms. And of course on the MikeWagnerShow.com, HamiltonRadio.net, and Diamonds FM. Don't forget to support our program with a generous donation at the MikeWagnerShow.com. Thanks for listening.